Welcome to EBN Prime. My name is Gaston Wabomba. We trust you had a very lovely Tuesday. It's been a peaceful Tuesday all across the country, and we are grateful for that. Allow me to begin this particular story with President William Ruto has now appointed Dorcas Oduor as the country's Attorney General. This move follows the vacancy left in the selection of the cabinet. If Dorcas is approved by the vetting committee to be the Attorney General, she'll be the first woman to hold this position in the country. Oduor, who currently serves in the Office of the Public Prosecution DPP, has 30 years of experience is becoming a lawyer from the National Legal Training Institute with a degree. Previously Justice Muturi was the Attorney General before being reappointed in the cabinet as the Cabinet Secretary for Public Service. Still on that, the task force on the deaths of many people in Shakahola has been completed, and its work presented to the report to President William Ruto. The President's task force on reviewing the report on the legal system and the regulation of the religious organization, led by Pastor Mutava, President William Ruto said the government will continue to protect religious freedom and worship. He said they would carefully report and consider the recommendation and take action and do not endanger the freedom of worship in the country.
Mr. Chairman and your team, on behalf of the people of Kenya, on behalf of a God-fearing nation, on behalf of my administration, and on my own behalf, I want to say we are truly grateful that you have taken time, a lot of time, diligently to put together the recommendations that are contained in this report. I will, with dispatch and without wasting time, take the measures to ensure that we progress the good work you have done so that we can do what we all want. We can protect our right to worship God in all the ways that we choose to, and we also safeguard that freedom of religion in a way that recognizes our diversity, but also brings responsibility to the exercise of that freedom.
Moving on swiftly, Augustus Muli, appointed from the National Liberal Party to the IBC select panel, says he will take legal action against Azimio coalition if the Parliamentary Service Commission replaces him with Ambassador Dr. Koki Muli of the Wiper Party. This move comes after changes were seen in selection of the appointed commissioners who are required to be interviewed to address electoral interests in the country. Muli claimed there is a hidden agenda in his change, saying he was appointed to be among the selected commissioners to form the seven-member IEBC commission panel, saying he will go to court regarding these changes, pointing a finger at the leadership of the Azimio coalition.
This election was not about Azimio or Kenya Kwanza. It was about PPLC. And PPLC decided they are going to choose me. I must be from a poor background. I might be new in politics. But they chose me. They decided not to go for the names that are being forced down their throats. We are talking about changing this country. The selection panel is supposed to choose men and women of integrity who will decide the future of this country. What are they showing us? What example are they showing us? After doing a fair process, free and fair process, you go and say we are going to change that name. Who has ever heard of that? When an election has been done, if there is a dispute, there are mechanisms to resolve that. Nobody has gone to court to say the election was not free and fair. But because they think they are the owners of this country, they can say Muli out, Dr. Koki in.
Muli is on fire. The minority whip in the National Assembly, Junet Mohammed, has defended the appointment of some of the leaders in the cabinet from ODM party, saying it is a step to unite Kenyans as a whole. Junet and other leaders say the party will continue to defend the common citizen and criticize the government despite their leaders joining the government and this appointment. This comes after ODM party supporters expressed mixed feelings about how the opposition will criticize the government despite joining it.
Serikali ambaye hata kama wale wametoka kwetu wameenda, wasipofanya mambo kwa manufaa ya wananchi, bado tutapinga tu. 2017 ikakuwa namna hiyo. Uhuru akakuja akasema, mzee tuongee kwa sababu hapa mbele naona giza. Akasema okay, wewe endelea tu. Inaonekana Kenya Kwanza pia waliona giza hapa mbele. Wakasema mzee iko wapi? Kuja uangalie hii maneno, tuletee sisi watu wawili watatu ya kusaidia, lakini wewe endelea na mambo yako ODM. Si hiyo ndio maneno iko. Hatuwezi kubali nchi ikufe kwa giza. Lakini sisi bado tuko ODM.
Na sisi pia tunashukuru kwa President William Ruto kukubali kuungana na vyama vingine kustabilize nchi. Manake nyumba ikichomeka na Kenya kweli ilikuwa inachomeka, huwezi kuuliza landlord ni nani na tenant ni nani.
Basi ukipata hiyo, na pia kunasikia kuna mazungumzo mengi, sababu kuna hiyo inaitwa broad based government ile ambayo wana form. Sasa tumeona waziri wameingia, hata waziri wa fedha, hata tukitaka pesa hapa kwetu ya kutengeneza barabara ya Losu ama zingine tutakimbia kwa.
Sadness, grief and fear has engulfed the village of Emureko in Butere constituency, Kakamega County, after unknown assailants attacked the home of a local elder and brutally killed two brothers. It is reported that the attackers were armed with machetes, clubs, and assaulted the late Thomas Eshapaya, who is age 46, and his brother, claiming they have been at the forefront in combating crime in the area. Jena Uma, the wife to the late Eshapaya, stated they were attacked by thugs around 10 o'clock at night, and despite her efforts to call for help, the assailants killed her husband while she survived with injuries. According to local residents, crime incidents have increased, with the resident blaming security officers for negligence. Butere Constituency Police Chief Julius Kipto confirmed the incident, saying that investigations have been launched to find the perpetrators.
Niliona tu wengi wenye siwezi jua hata hesabu walikuwa ngapi, na walikuwa na mapanga. Ndio wangu kuona hivyo pia akaamuka penye alikuwa. Kaanza kung'ang'ana nao, lakini walimshinda na nguvu. Kaanza kushiretea, akapanda pale juu ya bedroom. Akamtoa hapo. Bila alimtoa hapo, na mimi nilikuwa napiga nduru. Yeye anapiga nduru, mimi napiga nduru. Mmoja akatokezea hapo akanikata hapa na akanikata hapa. Alikuwa ameshakata hata taa zangu. Sasa walikuwa wanatumia tu tochi zao.
Sasa unajua mimi nilikuwa nalia huyu shemeji yangu. Sasa ndio rafiki mwenzangu tu ndiye amekuja tu akaniambia, "Hebu enda uangalie baba watoto. Ameanguka kule wamemkata." Vile nimeenda huko, ngalawa alikuwa anaongea. Vile nilifika nikaanza kulia, akaniambia, "Wacha kulia." Lakini wameniweza. Akanionyesha wamenikata nyuma ya kichwa na hapo kwa mgongo.
Sasa nikaona tu watu kwa barabara kama polisi, kama majeshi, watu wengi wanapita. Sasa mimi pia nikasanga, nikasema majeshi wanaenda wapi?
Sasa kusikia kelele sisi hatuwezi toka, sababu nikiangalia kwa mlango tochi ziko hivi, tochi hata uwezi ona. Kidogo tunasikia ashakufa.
Although we don't know whether they were revenging or what, but we are yet to find out because the DCI is investigating the case right now as we speak. As a result of last night's revenge mission, this group of men attacked a family whereby two brothers lost their lives because of their action. Police officers who are on patrol responded quickly and rushed one of the victims to the hospital where he lost his life, unfortunately.
We shift focus head into the northern eastern region. Wajir County Assembly members of the Assembly quarreled over the budget proposal for 2024-2025 financial year. Despite the disputes escalated quickly into the heated arguments, halting the Assembly's proceedings as the ward representative fought over the disagreement. The source of the turmoil was intense disagreement over budget proposal for 2024-2025 financial year, with some expressing dissatisfaction with the allocation, saying the budget did not adequately address the urgent needs of the people of Wajir County.
We want our budget that reflects the need of the people of Wajir. There's no one time that this budget is going to be discussed, unless otherwise we will scrutinize and we will see what is there. There's a lot of misplaced priority that's going on in Wajir. There's a lot of impunity and corruption.
Still in the northeastern region in Garissa, security forces have arrested at least 15 individuals in a crackdown on criminal gangs, primarily composed of very young people aged between 17 and 19 years old, responsible for a spate of robberies targeting local businesses. Authorities are now intensified efforts to assure the public of their safety and maintain the region's 24-hour economy, which is threatened by the rising insecurity. The surge in criminal activities is linked to drug trafficking. Exaggerating the situation, concerns have been raised about the judicial system, as criminals are often released quickly, leading to repeated offenses and endangering the community, including law enforcement families.
We've had soaps and pesa soaps being robbed of their valuables and money. And from the look of things, those involved are young people, youth of the ages of 17, 18, 19, roaming around, threatening lives and property. And it is our responsibility as those who are in charge of security in this region and in Garissa in particular, to be able to contain the security situation, to be able to give an assurance to the members of the public that they can be able to go about their businesses without fear of being attacked at any given time.
We should not allow insecurity in Garissa. It's not going to be an easy thing. It will spoil a lot of things. I also want to agree with the RC. Actually, we're looking forward to a 24-hour economy, not really now taking us back to insecurity issues. So if really we go that way, then it's going to be bad. We should not allow it. And I think the earlier we are all together in curbing this one, the better.
The incidences that we have witnessed here is also accompanied by the issues of drugs that are being peddled, being trafficked in this town.
But where there are instances like the ones I was told last night, whereby, criminals are released easily, I don't know what the influence will be. But when you release a criminal, tomorrow he will do another thing he can even do to your own family. And I want to agree with you, RC. It doesn't matter who the caller is, but we should not convinced to release a criminal. Really, I don't know what an officer who is trained, who is on oath, what will force him or what will actually, convince him rather to release a criminal who has blood on his hands or who has, attacked and ruined somebody's life.
It is a pity that a small town like Garissa can experience that wave of insecurity when we have more than enough security.
Residents, business people and farmers in Kareta area of North Narok have protested against the poor condition of the road from Narok to Mau Forest. Filled with anger, they protested and set fires in the middle of the road and placed stones, leading to the road being closed for more than 4 hours, disrupting transportation on the area. The protesters have called on both the county and national governments to take action to repair the road, saying it has caused significant losses.
Hata mtu akinunua gari hapa inaenda mwezi moja inaharibika. Yes. Barabara ni kama shamba. Barabara ni kama mtoni. Tumekuwa na uchungu sana kwa sababu ya barabara hii. Ngano hutoka hapa. Mahindi hutoka hapa. Maharagwe hutoka hapa. Na kusema kweli bei ni mbaya. Kwa sababu hata wenye kuja kununua wanatufinya kwa sababu ya barabara.
Tumeumia kwa hii barabara jameni. Hata saa hii mtu akigonjeka haiwezi fika nao. Tunabeba watu na mashuka.
Governor Kimani Wamatangi appeared before the PSC committee to respond to resident statements about the scandal involving billions of shillings in Kiambu County due to observed negligence in the previous government. Speaking at the committee, Governor Wamatangi reiterated that the money was taken through 3 companies who were contracted by the previous leadership to collect county revenues. Senator Kajwang has stated that the committee needs an in-depth investigation into these allegations to ensure follow-up action on cases of misappropriation of county funds, according to Governor Wamatangi. Former senior officials in the Kiambu County government will be investigated concerning allegation of misappropriation of 10 billion shillings.
We've come a long way. As I've said this financial year, Chair, we are probably the county that is #1 in the whole country in terms of percentage increase of OSR. That I can say without batting an eyelid, because we've increased our OSR by almost 100%. I found OSR at about 2.9 billion, now we're at 4.6 billion. There are instances, Chair, when the county was running 2 systems at the same time, sometimes even 3 systems to collect the same revenue. Each of them, as again the auditor has raised in some of the years there, were not even speaking to each other.
Important matter, because you're talking about potentially 10 billion Kenya shillings, which should have been in those systems. And we'll be failing the people of Kiambu if we do not do justice to that matter.
That when we get this documentation, there should be possibility of inquiry, even summoning these companies, so that we get what were they really doing. It looks like it was a well-organized fraud.
Still in Kiambu County, police in Thika Town, Kiambu County, conducted a major operation and recovered 84 phones, gas cylinders, and essential electronic equipment stolen from public found in one of the shops in the area. One suspect from the shop has been arrested to help detectives in the investigation to catch other theft suspects believed to be thieves harassing Thika residents. According to the Thika West Police Commander, information from the public helped recover these items, despite urging residents to be cautious to avoid buying second-hand items that could then make them suspected thieves. And we shift focus into Kilifi County. Residents of Mtepani constituency in Kilifi County protested against harassment by wealthy individuals claiming ownership of their land they have lived on. The residents set fires on the road, saying the wealthy individuals are collaborating with security officers to harass them. The resident claim have lived on the land for over 3 decades, with some stating the land belongs to their ancestors. The residents claim their houses are being demolished and even household items are being destroyed. They now ask leaders appointed by President William Ruto to address the land issue in the coast region to intervene and ensure they get title deeds of their own for the land. Their cases concerning the land dispute is expected to be mentioned in court on the 20th October.
Matata hapa ndani ya Kilifi County kuhusu mashamba. kuna hili shamba la 001 Mtwapa settlement. Ningeomba serikali kuanzia gavana wetu Mung'aro, wabunge na MCA wa Mtepeni aweze kuingilia hili swala ambalo ni la hii shamba 001. Wajue ni nani mmiliki wa hili shamba, maana lina familia zinazoishi hapa, lakini yale maneno yalifanyika hapa juzi yalikuwa maneno ya mauaji. Risasi ziko hapa, tushaonyeshana risasi. Naomba serikali iingilie kati hapa Kilifi County, especially in Mtwapa, kujulikane haya mashamba ni nani wamilikaji. Kama ni wa Mijikenda wapatiwe title deed zao na majina za familia, maana hapa kuna makaburi, vijana wanakimbizwa na malisasi. Hili ni jambo ambalo si nzuri.
Ya karibu hivi tuulize, hatukupewa muda wowote wa kuongea na wale askari, lakini kuchungulia hivi askari wetu wa hapa mtaani twawajua. Akina Ayubu nilimuona kabisa akihusika katika hilo jambo la kuvunja nyumba zetu. Mheshimiwa Ruto, ule wakati wa kule unapisha unachukua uongozi, ulisema kwamba utatutetea, na sisi tunataka haki zetu. Uwatetee wana wa Mtepeni, tunateseka, tunanyanyasika na mabonyenye. Wanakuja kutoka huko sijui Nairobi sijui wapi huko, wakifika hapa wanatunyanyasa.
Saa 11:30 gari la Mtwapa Police Station ilikuja hapa, ikaanza kubomoa, kuleta na vijana wengine walikuwa na bodaboda zaidi ya 80, wakaanza kubomoa nyumba. Hii ni nyumba yake wifi yangu mdogo wangu, hii ni nyumba yangu, hii ni nyumba yangu, ile haina mlango, haina dirisha, hakuna chochote kiko pale. Ile ni nyumba ya Makevia, hakuna kitu. Sasa tu watu kuja sasa harakati ya Makevia kupika mamli zake, ile shughuli zake za biashara.
The Abagusi community living in Kilifi County complains about being forgotten and marginalized by the county government. The community claims that despite living in the county for a long time, they have not benefited from agricultural projects funding and bursary assistance despite being voters in the county. Speaking through their spokesperson in Malindi constituency in Kilifi County, the community members reiterated that their marginalization is due to claims that they are not residents of the county.
Sisi kama Wakisii hatuchaona matunda ya kurauka asubuhi na kupiga kura. Hiyo kitu ndio imetukera kama jamii, tukaamua kwamba this time tunakuja pamoja na kuambia kwamba sisi this time hatutawafungia macho. Manake ni kama wametusoea na hatutaki kusoeleka kwa njia kama hiyo. Sababu gani? Ukijaribu kuangalia katika nyati fata za nomination zinapeana za MCA, kuna slot huwa zinatolewa za watu wa half country. Unakuta slot hizo zote zimetolewa asiwawanyu kwa usawa.
Hata tukienda huko bara hata tujulikani. Kwa hivyo siku ya leo tumekuja pamoja kama mtoto wa Kisii hapa Malindi, tuje pamoja tupate mmoja wetu aweze kutuongoza katika mambo ambayo pia tunahitaji kama jamii.
Wakati wa kutoa migao katika serikali tumeona kwamba kweli tumebaki nyuma. Huwa sisi tukiitwa katika kura tuwapiga kwa kishindo, lakini wakati wa kushare keki iwe ya county government ama national government wapata kwamba tuwatengwa. Sasa ndio muhimu, tumeona kwamba tukiwa pamoja hapa ndio nyumbani. Mwenzangu amesema kwamba sisi Wakisii ambao tunaishi Malindi tuko na haki ya kutosha kufanya kazi yoyote hapa Malindi, Kilifi, kwa sababu ushuru wetu unaingia kaunti ya Kilifi.
Sisi kama Wakisii hatuchaona matunda ya kurauka asubuhi na kupiga kura. Hiyo kitu ndio imetukera kama jamii, tukaamua kwamba this time tunakuja pamoja na kuambia kwamba sisi this time hatutawafungia macho. Manake ni kama wametusoea na hatutaki kusoeleka kwa njia kama hiyo. Sababu gani? Ukijaribu kuangalia katika
The Kenya Forestry Service has launched procedures for improving mangrove forests through an online system in Kwale County. This system is a key criterion to ensure mangrove plantation and conservation efforts are effectively implemented by those involving all stakeholders rather. Speaking into Suza area of Kwale County, Kenya Forest Board Chairperson Titus Korir has said mangrove forests, environment pollution and land grabbing. Kwale County Governor Fatuma Chani said they will continue planting mangrove forests to address climate change and ensure clean marine environs.
Benefits of mangroves are vast and diverse. To foster and well-being of the food security and protection of the coastal communities, support rich biodiversity and provide essential nursery habitats for fish and crustaceans. In addition, mangroves are natural defenses against storm surges, tsunamis and erosions.
Tutaendelea kupanda mikoko hapa na kwingine kote, na tutaendelea pia kupanda miti ili kuhakikisha tunapambana na janga la climate change, na pia tunahakikisha kuwa mazingira yetu ya bahari yanaendelea kuwa mazuri.
Upande wetu kama shirika la bandari, mwaka huu tutasupport hizi communities kwa kununua miche 1,000,000 kusaidia hizi jamii ili nao wapate nafasi ya kupata pesa na kuleta hii mambo ya carbon management.
Nafikiri mnafahamu kwamba Mheshimiwa Rais wetu William Ruto yeye mwenyewe kwa hekima yake ameweza kuhimiza wananchi wa nchi yetu hii tuweze kupanda miti takribani bilioni 15.
And the Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has assured citizens living abroad that the government will protect them and ensure their interests are taken care of. Speaking during the send-off of 60 teachers heading to teach in the US, Mudavadi said the contribution of Kenyans working abroad is crucial to the country's economy and the government will ensure workers are not mistreated in the foreign countries. Mudavadi, who also serves as the Acting Cabinet Secretary of Education, said the government is fulfilling its promise to ensure employment for Kenyans in both in the country and abroad.
Lord is a shade at your right hand. The sun will not. Let me read it out for you.
Let me just give you the magnitude of what this is all about. There's a debate in the media today about whether Kenya should have a second modernized terminal or airport or not. And the debate is around a projected investment of about $2 billion. Okay, that is roughly maybe 250 billion Kenya shillings, 260 billion Kenya shillings. So you can imagine if all things were equal, it means the diaspora remittances can build us 2 new airports. Just look at that figure. They can actually modernize the airport. If that money was just put in one basket, what the diaspora is remitting to Kenya can completely build a new airport terminal in one stroke.
Very happy to see Kenyans finding opportunities, good opportunities in places far from home and being willing and daring to go and explore them.
The Red Cross Society has launched a youth research initiative in Murang'a County as a way to identify challenges they face to empower and involve them in various matters. The coordinator of the Red Cross Society in Murang'a County stated that this research claims to identify and address issues that the youth face to involve them in solutions for their challenges.
And the period as to up to there.
Tunajaribu kuelewa changamoto ambazo vijana wetu wanapitia hapa Murang'a County. Tunajaribu kuelewa jinsi ambavyo tutaweza kutatua hizo changamoto na jinsi ambavyo tutaweza kuleta vijana wote katika Murang'a County kujukumika na other ages.
Na kweli tumeweza kugundua kwamba kuna mambo tu mengi ambayo yanaweza kukumbana na vijana, na mara nyingi vijana hawana nafasi ya kuweza kuzungumza. Kwa hivyo tumeweza kuchukua fursa hii kama shirika la Kenya Red Cross, na tumejulikana kwa kufanya kazi na jamii zetu, ndio tuweze kuwapatia na vijana nafasi ya kuweza pia kujizungumzia, wajielezee, waseme kwamba je, labda changamoto zipi ambazo ziko hapa ambazo labda hauwezi kuziona.
Tutasaidiana kuwaletea opportunities za serikali zile ziko hapa Murang'a. Kwa mfano, kuna pesa ya Uwezo Fund yenye inapewa vijana na wamama pia na watu wale wako na disability, na pia kuna wale vijana ni women na wale vijana wako na disability watafaidika hapo, wale wako kwa vikundi. Kuna pesa nyingine inaitwa Youth Enterprise Fund yenye huwa inapeanwa katika wizara yetu, na hiyo pesa inasaidia vijana wale wako na biashara na wale wanataka kuanzisha, wanajiunga na vikundi halafu wanafaidika kutoka 1,100.
Well, with that Red Cross story marks the end of this particular bulletin. As usual, I would love to say a big thank you to everyone who's made this particular transmission a success. Beginning from the transmission control room, we say a big thank you. Chibalonza for putting up awesome scripts. We say a big thank you, Mose, for just doing a good job. I've forgotten this gentleman's name, Odipo. Thank you so much for joining us this particular evening. My Malin Ayana, thank you so much for joining. Melki, Sharon, Gasheri for always supporting the hustle. Till next time, good night.